Alright, I'm starting the video. Okay, so I made a video earlier. And obviously I spoke too soon because I'm redoing it. So I had done a video at 10 in the morning. Everything was fine. He was great. He had a good night, I think, right? Oh no, we had to wake up at 4 in the morning because he woke up panting and kind of whining. And we took him out and he had diarrhea. What? Over here. So he had diarrhea. It was a lot. After that, he kind of settled down. He lay down, had a better night. The morning was okay. Everything kind of started at 11. So he started panting and circling his pen, and I mean just crying. And we took him out and we thought he needed to use the restroom. Nothing. This went on till what time would you say that it stopped? 6? From 11 a.m. until probably 6 p.m.
Yeah.
He was crying, shivering. I've never seen him do this before. And just circling his pen. Very antsy, a lot of anxiety. It was a really, really rough day. We took him out several times thinking he needed to use the restroom, and he would just go out there and pull us throughout the yard. He only urinated until 6 p.m. We took him out again and he had more diarrhea. So we've been blowing up the vet all day. I guess they've been super swamped because they have not returned our phone calls. We've called the emergency line, have not gotten through to a single doctor. The technicians just keep telling us that they will give us a call back as soon as they have their hands free, as soon as the doctors have their hands free. But I mean, it's 7:32 and we haven't heard from them at all. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm really upset. But
he went to the restroom, he had diarrhea, came back inside, and he's been like this ever since.
Yeah, he's been fine ever since 6 p.m. So I'm not sure. We are thinking it's the Rimadyl that is causing him his upset stomach. So we're gonna discontinue it. I just really hope that we couldn't really figure out why he was acting the way he was earlier. We couldn't figure out if he was just in pain, which we thought it was because he was in pain. Like I couldn't think of what else it was. We had taken him out to use the restroom. He didn't go. So we couldn't figure it out. We did ice packs, and then when we did get a hold of a technician, they said go ahead and do a heat pack. We did that. I mean, it never really calmed him down until he used the restroom at 6 and everything kind of settled down. His stomach's been making some noises. He's been burping a lot. So I think it's the medication. They haven't told us to discontinue the Rimadyl, but
it does state on the meds if he vomits or there's diarrhea to stop. So we're just gonna assume to stop at just for this dose until we get a call. We're supposed to be getting one today. So once we do, we'll get that confirmed. But poor thing, he was hyperventilating. He was shaking earlier. It was like complete opposite of this right now.
It was a complete opposite of the past 2 days. Like today was hell. Like it was really bad. I was wanting to cry with him. Drove us crazy. We couldn't, we really the whole time thought it was pain. I mean, he just seemed miserable and we couldn't really do anything to help him calm down. So it's supposed to start raining tonight at 9:10. So hopefully he gets everything out of his system, because we're not gonna be able to get out after that. For sure, like, we can't get it wet, so. The swelling is still the same. Redness is about the same. Today's day 3 post-op. I put down a yoga mat by our door. I guess I could show. Thought it was actually a good idea. I read about it somewhere. Somebody put down a yoga mat. And so it kind of helps him get out into the backyard. And Bentley has been such a good boy. Right, Bentley? You've been such a good big brother. He knows that Dodger's not been feeling good, so he seems to be very worried, like we are. And that's it. I mean, nothing really different besides the panting and the crying.
We got that oil.
The essential oil? Mm-hmm. We have been trying to use essential oils to try and, like, calm him down. I mean, we've always had whatever that's called, a diffuser oil, essential oil diffuser. We've always kind of had things on in the house, but we recently started on frankincense. I'll show you where it is. Where is it? I don't know where I put it. It's right here. Frankincense. I'll just put that there. Yep, that one. Might try lavender later. I don't know. Got another one there. That's lavender. But yeah, it's been a really, really rough day. I've been having to do a lot of crap with work and trying to, oh my God, make sure that we eat and make sure that Bentley eats. Like, I'm afraid we're gonna forget about Bentley. Yeah. This is like the most quietest it's been today. Really rough day today. I hope so too, because it's gonna be a bitch if it rains and he's like that.
Oh, the sock.
Oh yeah, okay. Do you think that was a good idea? What I did?
Because it stayed hotter than the thing they gave us.
So okay, I guess I can show that heat pack that they gave us and what I made. Where did you put it?
Oh, it's in here. It's in the pillowcase.
All right, well, let me show you guys. So this is what our veterinarian gave us. Reusable, hot, and compressed. But when we heated it up, it says I guess not to heat more than 2 minutes, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And when we did, it wasn't even hot. Wasn't really even hot enough. So what I did was I kind of made my own heat pack. Somebody suggested this on another video I've been watching. It's basically a sock, a long sock filled with oats, and then you just soak the sock. I filled it all the way up with oats because his incision's pretty long. And then we soaked it and I heated it up for about 40 seconds. And I put it in this plastic bag and it worked really well. It held heat, right? It stayed hot for a while. Yeah, it worked a lot better than that thing. I mean, this is good to stay in the freezer, but not so good with the heat. We'll be continuing to use this. Cassandra says that he used his leg more today.
He did, but that's why we thought he was in pain when he was hyperventilating, because he didn't even want to put any weight on it.
So he wasn't putting weight on it.
When he was in here. Outside, when he takes his walks, he puts weight on it, he walks on it. I don't even have to use a towel. But
so we haven't really been using the towel much, because when we go outside, he is, oh my gosh, he's like really pulling. It's like really hard to control him. He's really strong. But it's hard to use the beach towel out there, because we did the first time, he peed all over the beach towel. And then when he poops, he kind of just has to, we just have to let him do his thing. Just, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else, I forgot.
the swelling's a lot worse today.
Yeah, swelling is really bad. Apparently he was using his leg. When we walk him out, I stay on his right side, because I'm like terrified to hit his left leg. So I make sure I stay on the right side, and Cass is in the back on his left side. Right, you're kind of on the left side. But I have to try and be really far away from him, at the same time direct him where to go, because we have some hills out there and some dips, and it's like a mess. But it's supposed to storm tonight, so I'm hoping to God that we do not have to go outside, because we cannot. Hey, now that I think about it, I'm gonna have to stop this video, but I should go out there and weed eat the grass. Because if it gets really wet and tomorrow morning...
And he never really goes to that area.
Can we...
Around the tree.
I feel like we've been all over the yard. He takes us like on a ride out there. He like doesn't know what direction he's going with that cone. He's lost all sight for some reason, going in circles. It's like a disaster. I can't stand it.
I have a lot of hope that it's going to get better, because all the videos we've been watching, apparently all this stuff is normal.
Apparently.
So,
Have a lot of hope too, but there was a real minute in my day that I totally regretted this. So that's how bad it was today. I was like, what did we do? We should have just left him the way he was. I really felt that way, because I was just like, oh my God. I couldn't stand to see him in the pain he was in.